So let me ask you now that
Okay.
we are here. Let's talk about a bit about this equipment.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you and I know that equipments are becoming easily accessible.
Yes.
You
Yes.
understand? Okay, there was a video you did last week on Instagram. You lined up 5 mics.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Some of those mics were very cheap and they were high-end mics. So let me ask you, are expensive microphones really worth the hype? Or can smart technique beat pricey gear?
So what do they mean by smart technique? Is the person trying to say cheaper? Because truth be told is that it is expensive doesn't necessarily mean you can handle it.
That one is deeper now. I was looking for air.
Because yes, expensive gear is good. But if you can't look, when people are listening to your sound, they are not listening to the brand. They are listening to the sound of the brand.
Exactly.
So if I'm using a $5,000 mic, when I'm talking to you, you're not watching or listening to me because it's a $5,000 mic. You are listening to the quality of what I'm saying. So I can have a $5,000 mic. I'm talking rubbish. And the audio is bad. Now, I think what the person meant to say was, must an audio interface or microphone be expensive before it can sound good? No.
Okay.
This is a Rode Pod mic. I can give you 5 alternatives to this particular mic that will do a great job. But you see, you need to understand that when it comes to audio, there are people we call audio enthusiasts, people who love audio. And then we now have professionals who go beyond, I want a sound, but there is a sound they are looking for. So if you're going to get an expensive equipment, I want to presume there is something in particular
you are trying
to, yes. For example, the difference between the Rode Pod mic and the FIFA AM8 is the timbre of the sound, is the texture. If your crowd doesn't care about texture, why are you bothering yourself paying so much for something your niche? So you need to understand your niche. You need to understand your target audience. If all you're selling is clothes, then listen, what the focus is clothes, not sound. So don't go and buy something expensive. Why? They will not focus on it. But if what you're doing is a podcast, now you're talking business. The quality of your audio must match the global quality of podcasts today.
Yeah.
So must you use expensive equipment? No. If I had my choice of what to record with, there are certain mics I will not use. So for example, I'm on the main road, right? I will not have access to a Rode Pod mic. I want to quickly record something on the road. It would be funny if I grab the microphone and I'm saying, so right now, guys, I'm outside. You know when people are looking at you, they're like, the guy in the main road, he's using a pod mic on the stand. It doesn't make sense now. Bros, why don't you just use one of those mics? So now lavalier mics are all over the place. Accessible. Usually what I would advise people to do is, before you buy audio, speak to a professional, not an audio enthusiast. An audio enthusiast is someone that has used mics for a long time, but is not a professional. A pro is someone who understands the product. You understand?
Is someone who understands the pro of dot.
Yes, the pro of the dot. So I usually, and that's why I notice that Camerajoint. If I see someone buying something, I watch them. I can tell when they don't know what to buy. So I get close and I start, helping out. I say, okay, what exactly are you looking for? Oh, I want a very good sounding mic. Well, you want a good sounding mic. What do you want to use it for? They're like, it's just, I just have this, I talk a lot, so I just want to use it to talk. What's the quality of your talk? Are you saying something serious? Oh, yes. I'm talking about life decisions. And I'll say, good. So if your topic is serious, it may make sense if you actually use quality equipment to record it. Because I think another thing a lot of people do not think of is your audio will outlive you.
Wow, this is deep.
So if 5 years from today they go back and listen, the quality of audio you recorded then, would this still stand the test of time? Now, except the information you are giving out is useless. I'd rather put out a good sound. Because truth be told is, people will also not just get the knowledge, they'll also enjoy what it is that you're doing. So I can't overstress the issue of getting the right gear, but above all, getting the knowledge for the gear. So if you want to buy, I always tell people they have access to me. This is the good thing about this kind of podcast. I'm telling everybody publicly now, you know, if you have a problem with your audio, come to Camerajoint and explain it to me, and I will show you what to do. Because the truth be told is, audio is the bane of the existence of everything we do today. If you look at adverts, the strength of adverts, I mean, I want you to watch an advert without sound. Do you know at the end of the day, it is the sound that is compelling. You're watching a Coca-Cola advert. They are not saying anything. They are just pouring the Coke and you're hearing, and the person is drinking, you're hearing. Do you know it's the sound that is making you feel what they're doing? So you don't underestimate the power of good sound. No, don't.
But so let me ask you another question, right?
Yeah.
So now we're talking about audio gears, right? So I want to ask, I have a question down here.
I think we also have some people asking questions on YouTube likewise.
We'll take them later.
Okay.
So I want to say, so what's your take on audio interfaces? So you know that we have this plug and play.
Yes.
USB Type-C.
Yes.
Now to this thing. And then now we have audio interface.
Yes.
What's your take on that? Can that USB Type-C stuff produce quality industry standards?
Quality industry standard
audio that can leave the person.
So you're talking about microphones that use USB.
USB that you can connect directly to your phone and start recording, and this audio interface, like you have.
Yes. So are you talking about people who we call them run and gun, meaning you record and post, you don't record and edit?
Okay, what if you have the Type-C but you record for edit?
That you can still get industry standard audio. A very good, perfect example are Rode microphones. Now, I'm not saying this because we are using Rode, but I've looked at a lot of equipment. Rode we have the Rode pod mic, for example. Oh my goodness. I think at some point, can you let me get a Rode pod mic, please? So everybody sees what it looks like. Rode created certain apps for the microphone to sound good. So if you're using Rode mics, you have access to the Unify app. You have the Rode Central. You have the Rode Reporter. Now, what those applications do is they enhance the quality of the audio. So the pod mic, for example, you can connect your phone directly. If you already hear what's coming out, you're already tripping. Now, when you record it, I always tell people there are two ways to record. You can either record and post or record and treat. Do know that you will never, ever be able to contend with someone who does post-production. Why? Post-production, they will look at the errors and treat the errors. So take, for example, you are recording and there's a bit of noise, right? There's a bit of noise in your environment and you post it. You cannot compare that to someone who recorded in a noisy environment. And of course, it doesn't make sense to record, but there are sometimes you can't help the environment. You can't compare yourself to someone who later took that audio and treated it. It's not going to be the same. So as much as people want to run and gun, look at the longevity of your content. Do you want people to go back? Because when things improve, people tend not to go back to things that, why do they call them old school? They don't meet up to the standard of today. So Are you okay? Good. Let me frame it this way. Are you recording in the best way possible? Or are you just recording?
Best way possible.
Yes. Is this the best way to record using this your equipment?